Welcome to another Alpha Magnets review. This time we've got the... Ooh, that was a little too far out. This one is the Chainsaw Man. From Total Anime Chainsaw Man. It is from... I can't remember who it is. Who makes these ones? Jazzwares. Yeah, so it's Jazzwares. Here's the PC if you want to bother someone for it. Not that you really have to. If you go to any Walmart USA, they have these. And this is the funny part. Most stores have these for like 20 some bucks. Walmart had them for like 16 when I bought them. I don't know if that's still a thing. But all of the other guys were not available. And weirdly enough, never saw this one. I've seen these two once or twice. This guy I never saw until I went to Ross. And then they had him for almost the full price of this. So I don't know what Ross is smoking. If they're trying to do that garbage that Big Lots tried to do and failed. And now they're closing. Where they buy stuff. Like you're a closeout store. Don't buy stuff directly from the manufacturer and charge retail prices. That's not what closeout stores are for, guys. Know your role. So, here is the Chainsaw Man. As he is, this is basic packaging. Probably the only time that I'll ever show this packaging. I don't really want this one. I would have taken the, I want to call him Kaiju Aaron, the Titan version of him. Spoilers. I would have taken that one over this. I don't know. Or maybe a Levi. A Levi would be pretty awesome. Still have not watched the last bit of that anime. I watched like the part 1 end, and then I never got Crunchyroll again, so I gotta get back into that. Backdrop is pretty lackluster. It's just that, so we're not gonna go into that much. I do find it funny that they have him shirtless here, but he's totally got a shirt on there. I was gonna buy a second one of these to do a Chuck figure from the TV show Chuck. Long story short, I worked at Best Buy for 17 years before they laid me off last April, and Chuck was one of my favorite shows when I was working there because it was literally like, hey, this is my job. That's freaking weird. Because it was a lot of the same stuff. And then I went to work for Geek Squad, and he was in the Nerd Herd. It was kismet at that point that I was going to love that show. But lately, I'm not liking that guy anymore. And you know what? Politics aside, he's just kind of being a douche. He's like mad that like his movie didn't do better, and it's like, well, the first movie was really good, and the second movie was not as good. I didn't hate it like some people did, but not as good. Like, just be cool. And I will say, The Rock is a dickbag for being like, no, I don't want him in my movie, bro. It's literally you're the anti-hero of his hero. It should have been part 2, right? His Black Adam versus Shazam. What are you gonna do? So we got it out. I have watched the first entire season of the Chainsaw Man, so I do know what's going on there. I actually did a cosplay of Katana Man, aka Samurai Sword, which is the worst localization I've ever heard of a character. Like, you could have called him Big Jimmy, and it probably would have been better than Samurai Sword. Let's take a look at first articulation. Let's get a head on here. So this is the static head, I believe. No, you can pop that one out too. So all of this is really neat. For whatever reason, they gave you 2 heads. One's a little more bloody than the other, and then each one of them you can snap a different. So this one's the tongue. This one's completely closed, and then you got the open mouth. So you can make whatever combination you want. Don't really know why they went with this. Like, there's barely any difference between these heads. It almost would have made more sense to include maybe different accessory somewhere else. Whatever. Looks like, yep, the ball joint is there, so you're not going to mess with this guy. Pop it on. You could probably put this head on. Never pop it off because you could just pop the jaws off. So this is the more bloody version. Same with the arms. The arms are even weirder. You literally pop the whole arm off. So this arm is closed and this one's open. The closed one is the more bloody of the two, so you can make the head match the arms, or vice versa. As I'm throwing them. So let's pop this out and show you how that works. I wanted to do it once on my own to make sure. So we've got the closed, there, closed arms in there. This piece hinders it a little bit. I actually really like this body type, so I might still buy one. I have purchased a Shazam that I'm using for a custom of one of my cosplays. There. Didn't quite feel like it was in. He does have pretty good motion here. This is a double neck part, so you can do the neck back. And that's about as far as you can get there. And then here, this is blocked for some reason, which is a little weird. I think I could probably cut more of that out and get a little bit more, but it's good enough for now. We do have the drop down hips like G.I. Joe's, and then we do have the crotch thigh thing there. It's a little more covered up than some, more like a McFarlane figure. Let's see what we got here. This looks weird. We do have double jointed. Maybe I'll have to heat that one up. Oh, there it is. Yes, so you do have double joints there. But man, that one was tight. So let's try to... There we go. That is some butt kicking. And then he does have these cyberpunk edge runner looking shoes with his pumps there. You do get quite a bit of articulation. It is basic Marvel Legends with a little bit different of a hip situation there, so you don't get as much left and right, but you definitely get some twists there. Of course, you can twist and turn all of this as much as you want. Now here's the weird part. So everything up here is normal, and you do have a natural twist there. But this, he's got a drop down arm too. So you got an extra piece inside of there. I wonder if you can see that. That does twist and turn around as well. So you will get plenty of weird poses, which is awesome for an anime figure. So let's get him in somewhat of a pose here that he might have in the show. Two things kind of bug me. They did not include a Puchita, which would have been a nice addition here to the figure. That does kind of hinder that weird. And then you can't twist these at all. There's a spot there, but you can't twist the damn thing. And that would have been nice to have been able to twist that a little. Now that looking at it, he does look kind of dumb with the face like that. So let's pop this off. We're going to give him his Gene Simmons look right here. And there you go. Much better. Let's do it. That barely zoomed in anything. There. So there you go. This figure is cool and definitely worth $16 if you can get it for that. I mean, $20, sure, that's fine. I just can't believe that Ross had these and was still charging full retail. As I said, it worries me when I see places do that, because they start getting this like, oh, hey, we're kind of becoming popular. Maybe we can charge full price for things. No, The reason you are popular is because you don't charge full price for things. Make it make sense, guys. We do have some, looks like 3mm ports on the bottom, so that's going to be cool. I could probably make a nice stand for it, because that is one of the big things that this doesn't have. I would have paid a couple extra bucks for a stand. It is driving me crazy how many of these figures do not come with stands. And then if they do, they come with those weird arm stands that drive me nuts, because why? So yeah, you do get quite a bit of things, more than expected. Like, you literally get 2 extra arms and 1.5 extra heads to do whatever you want with the figure. So I do recommend it if you're into this show at all. Hopefully we get some more of the characters from that show. Some of them are real boring, though, so maybe that's why they didn't do that. He's kind of the main one that would be like, oh, this is awesome. But if they include, I don't know, like Power or something, they're going to have to come with like a cat mode or something, I don't know, for it. And then maybe include Pochita in one of the other ones, because that makes sense. Most of them don't have a demon or whatever to go with him, so he's got to have more for this. I don't need like the ultimate mode with like the knees. I'm sure they'll come out with that if this line does well. I think it's doing okay. Chainsaw Man's the only one who's really sitting on the shelves. And that might just be that they just ordered more of those. Because the Jujutsu Kaisen one and My Hero Academia, I've only seen these once, as I said. And I've never seen this one at all, ever. And then the only time I saw him was at Ross, as I said. So, whatever. They are okay figures. They're definitely worth the price point, and I applaud Jazzwares for not charging crazy amounts for these things. I'll see if there's a wave 2. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll get another guy. Cool stuff. Hope you enjoyed this review. Please like, subscribe, comment. Till next time, I am Alpha Magnus.